Hi guys, my name is Jessica and I'm one of the co-founders of Lavish Locks Hair Company located in Addison, Texas.
Hi, my name is Saran and I'm the founder of STRANDIE.
So today, Saran, we're talking about lace, right?
Yes, all about lace. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of lace, what types of lace are out there in the market, how to maintain and care for it, all that good stuff.
Let's talk about pros, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of advantages to having a full lace wig or lace front wig. The wig looks more natural. When the construction, or especially across the hairline where it is made of lace, it has a tendency to really blend or melt to the skin.
If you do it right.
If you do it right. So a lace front wig is pretty much the front part of the wig is constructed out of lace. But most of the time it's gonna be all across the hairline.
Yep.
Right.
I'd say lace fronts are really ideal for those that have a receding hairline, or if you want to just change up your hair color completely. If I want to go from black to platinum blonde, a lace front is going to be ideal for me.
Yeah. Also, another question that you want to ask yourself is, what's your lifestyle like? So if you're a person that just wants to put it on and off, you might not want to do a wig that requires you to glue it down or something like that.
From my experience, another thing about lace in general, but especially lace fronts, is that they're more fragile.
Yes.
They take a lot more care and maintenance, I would say, compared to a silk top, just because you don't have that extra material that's thin and fragile.
Do you want to talk about the different types of lace? So you have French lace, you have HD lace or film lace, and you have Swiss lace, sorry, tongue twister. So normally standard what you see on your wigs are going to be Swiss lace. So with the French lace, it is considered to be a little bit more durable, but however, it can be very detectable. With the Swiss lace, the grids between, or the grids on the lace are smaller. And so therefore, if you're like closer up to somebody, you really can't detect that they have on a wig. And then an HD lace is a film lace, is very similar to Swiss lace. However, it's even smaller and it's thinner. However, it is very, very delicate.
In terms of the scale being most natural, the most natural would be HD, then Swiss, then French.
Correct.
But the HD is most fragile.
Correct.
Whereas relative to the lace, then French is the least fragile.
That's right. And I would say that HD lace is like the latest trend, but it's really been out for like forever.
I've never heard of it.
The only reason I heard about it is when I lived in New York and I
Yeah.
went to makeup school. Shout out to makeup designery. And when we would do press like fake beards,
You
or
did film.
we did film. So
Yeah.
it was like we would do a beard on a woman,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, it's HD lace. It was very thin. It was very like, you couldn't see it, because when you're on camera, it has to be undetectable. Like you can't be like, oh, I see the line of her lace right there.
Right.
So think Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
Put wigs there.
I'm gonna have to look at that again. Hers looked very realistic.
Yeah, it looked like I didn't watch it, but it looked like it was
You
kind
haven't watched Game of Thrones? Well, at this point, don't watch it, because
I heard the last season was horrible there.
Way
Everyone
too
keeps saying
many-
Starbucks
Exactly.
cup. It's like, let it go, people,
Oh
already.
my gosh, I was so angry.
Really?
So angry. I was like, you've wasted years of my life. Hey Jessica, how do you maintain your lace wigs?
So I do a couple things. The main thing you want to do is make sure that you wash your wig often. I wash my wigs because I glue my wigs down. I wash my wigs once a week, but you can actually stretch it out to washing it every other week. Another thing that I do before I apply my wig is I spray Walker tape. It's their top lock knot sealer. If you spray this on there, it just seals it and creates a barrier, almost like just like a protector barrier to keep the knots intact, so that you won't have as much shedding with your wig. So you flip the wig inside out. You're gonna shake this really well and you're just gonna give it a light coat, and then you would just rub it in so that it's evenly distributed. And that's it. I do this every single time that I wash my wig to give my wig longevity. The other thing that you want to do is when taking care of your lace wig, if you glue your wig down or you use some type of adhesive, whether it's glue or tape, you want to make sure that you're properly removing all of the glue or the tape, that the residue that's left over from your wig, before reapplying. So here's some couple of solvents that I use when removing the lace or the glue from a lace front wig, full lace wig, or just a lace wig. So the first one is Ghost Bond. So Ghost Bond you can get from any local beauty supply or off of Amazon. This has like a citrusy smell, as well as it is an alcohol-based and oil-based solvent. So you would just spray it directly on the hairline or wherever your glue is adhered to, and you're gonna let it sit for a couple minutes. Just do a quick massage around wherever you have wherever you sprayed the solvent, and then your wig should just start to lift. You also can spray this directly onto the unit so that you can remove any residue that's left over. The next one that we have is from Bold Hold. Bold Hold is an amazing solvent too as well. It doesn't have any harsh chemicals, and the smell, it's odorless. So if you're very sensitive to scents and stuff like that, you might want to do the Bold Hold. The next one is Unclean. It says that it has coconut oil in it. This one is actually a creamy substance. I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand so you guys can see the difference. You would just massage it in and let it sit. Now I will say, if you are in a hurry, this takes a very long time to get the glue off the wig and off of your hairline, but it is very gentle. If you're sensitive to alcohol-based products and you don't really want to dry out your hairline, really.
The big question I get is, if I accidentally ripple my lace or damage it or rip it, is there any way I can save it?
If you can sew on a button, you can fix the rip. So you want to go, I think I went to Joann's or your local fabric store, Hobby Lobby, and you're going to get this nylon thread. I don't know if you guys can see this because it is clear. And you're going to take a needle and a thread, you're going to flip it inside out. And so you would just stitch it like you're stitching up a hole in your clothes, but from the inside out.
What about rippling the lace? Kind of when it gets wavy or baggy, or looks like it stretches a little bit.
Right. A way to avoid that is to also think about how you're drying your wig. Think like a t-shirt, right? So if you wash a t-shirt and then you put it on something, eventually the t-shirt's going to conform to whatever shape you keep putting it on. If you're putting it on a block head, or you're putting it on a mannequin head, or even a styrofoam head, eventually it's going to start to shape to that head, because as it's drying, it's conforming. The best way to dry your wig and prevent it from rippling is to actually dry it on like a portable wig stand, so that it has clear ventilation and it's not conforming to anything else. But if you do that, it's very simple. You can take it to your local wig store and they can actually probably take it in the back, because to be honest with you, it's probably not your lace is taking a different form. It's now you've stretched your wig to a different size, and so therefore it's like baggy between the wig and your skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just want to actually kind of like pinch it, and if you're creative, just pinch it yourself and just stitch the back so that the wig is pulled nice and taut, and you eliminate that rippling or that bagginess. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay.
What are some other watch outs that we should keep in mind for lace wigs?
One thing is excessive heat. So if you're using high temperature like flat irons and stuff like that, you want to make sure that you avoid the lace. I am victim of this when I first started doing wigs, of like, flat ironing a wig, just moving along, and then I got distracted and I let the flat iron sit on the lace and I burned a hole in the lace. So you just want to make sure that you avoid getting it on the lace. Now, I mean, like, you're really gonna have to like let it sit there for it to burn through it, but just don't do that. The other thing is pulling and tugging on your lace or your wig when it is wet. That is a huge no-no. that will definitely change the shape and alter the shape of your wig. When you're putting on your wig, a lot of times people want to adjust and they want to pull down like this.
I do that all the time.
No. You want to pick it up and then you want to move it. So you want to think of picking it up for here, like if my wig came off, but I'm going to do this just for fun. You got to pick it up like this and then you're going to move it forward. You never want to pull and tug on it because you might rip it. You might create a rippling thing and then you're stretching out your wig in its entirety. And then when you put it on, think like this. Bring it from the back to the front, and then once it's settled, then pick it up and move it. Or you can, I'm doing all these hand motions like y'all can tell, or you want to kind of think of your wig as a hole and you're sticking your head into the hole. Either one of those methods, just don't say, oh, my wig is shifting, and then you start pulling on the lace. Those are no. So no excessive heat directly on the lace. No tugging and pulling on the lace when it's wet. And then when you do get it on, don't do this motion all the time, okay? Just pick it up from the hair almost at the roots and then bring it where you need it to be. Hopefully that answered all your questions. I really had a great time partnering with Saran. Did I get it right?
Yep.
Saran. Partnering with Saran and STRANDIE and just helping answer any questions that you guys might have when it pertains to lace and cap construction and all that good stuff. If you have any more questions, I love questions. You can follow us at Lavish Locks Hair, okay, on IG, and then you can just shoot me, like, you know, slide into my DMs if you like, or you can email us at lavishlockshair@gmail.com. Hopefully, you know, this helps you guys, and y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.